Hey, MisterClash here with a little bit of a tip to help protect your wall breakers from wizard splash damage. Now have a look at this base. Now the attacker is going to come in on 2 points in this base. It's a Town Hall 8, but it applies to Town Hall 9 as well. Now the attacker is going to come in at the 3 o'clock position. Oh, let me rephrase that. The attacker is going to come in at the 9 o'clock position where that little outside cannon is, and at the 7:30 position near the air sweeper. Now the problem with that is that if you just send in a giant or something down there and then send your wall breakers, there's a really good chance that the wizard splash damage is going to take out the wall breakers. So you need to protect the wall breakers from the wizard splash damage. So the best way to do that is to send in a hog. That way the hog is on the inside of the wall and the wizard will target the hog, and the wall breakers on the outside of the wall will be protected from the wizard. Now, the reason the hog is preferred, say, instead of a giant, even if you offset the giant, is that sometimes wall breakers go to a wall that's been slightly damaged. So if it's a golem or a giant and they've slightly damaged the wall breakers are thinking, hey, I'll go to the weaker wall, and that happens to be under the wizard splash damage. So if you send in the hog first, then it jumps the wall, and then the wall breakers on the outside of the wall can take the wall out, protected from the wizard splash damage. Now we'll begin this attack. It's not a fresh hit, so the bomb locations were known, and a sneaky little side Tesla was known as well. And we'll just begin that attack now, and have a look at how the attacker dealt with the sneaky little Tesla on the side. So we've got the hog going in first, followed immediately by the wall breakers. Now the second hog is for the lure and also to crack open the wall. So that second hog goes in, wall breakers immediately behind, gets the lure. Now a giant is placed on the left. There goes the giant where the sneaky Tesla is, immediately with a follow-up wizard, so that the giant's not going to take too much damage from the Tesla. And then once the giant has moved away a little bit, drop the golem. Now the giant's job, of course, was to do the initial distraction and then also help get the kill squad in to take care of the clan castle. Now the second golem's gone in on the right hand side, wizard on the Tesla, wizard on the small storage, and now that next wizard will path over to the barracks, and that's what's needed, and that way the king will stay on that side of the base. So now you remember talking about clearing each side of the base with different methods. At Town Hall 8 you don't have a queen, so you use king on one side, and on this bottom side you can see he's brought some clan castle witches. And the idea is that the skeletons will quickly take out the enemy king, as well as help take out trash along the way as they go down. So now there's 4 earthquakes that are being brought to crack open the hole in the core, because of course Town Hall 8 does not have a jump spell. And now the Valkyries need to be placed a little bit to the left of that windmill that you can see at the bottom of the screen there. So there we go, the Valkyries are placed there. The first Valkyrie was placed, the crosshairs went onto that air defense, so the rest of the Valkyries were immediately placed down. Now the reason they were placed over that way is from when we were talking about how to figure out the pathing of the Valkyries, drawing those little lines between things. So between the air defense and the dark storage, if you'd mentally drawn a line and then perpendicular out from that, you would have seen that you would have had to drop the Valkyries to the left of that windmill, and you could have dropped them at that first hole, the first hole that was created, but also if just dropping them to the left was enough, and that way they would path around. So we'll just have a look at that attack again, because there's a lot to watch in this particular attack. So now that you're aware of what to look for, and there's something else at the end that's he's done with the wall breakers. Okay, so we're going to get the hogs coming in now. So the hog comes in, gets the the targeting weapons of the wizard. The wall breakers are safe. Hog in, distraction from the wizard, wall breakers are safe. So the wall breakers, you get guaranteed to get them in. So giant wizard for the Tesla. Now if there's a building in the way when you drop a troop and an outside Tesla pops, if you've got a hog, drop a hog on it, because the hog will help take out the Tesla, so it's not doing as much damage as it would be. So once that kill squad stuff's gone down, golem on the bottom, put a wizard on that Tesla down there, wizard on that little tiny storage. Now that Tesla wizard path over to take out the barracks, and when it does so, the king stays on that side of the base. And now it's just time to hold off on the earthquake spell, because if the earthquake spell goes down too fast, then everything goes into the core and nothing goes around the outside, and the witch skeletons need to go around the outside to clear that trash, because the Valkyrie's job is for the core. Now the skeletons will take out the enemy king. There's plenty of wizards on the left-hand side. That a golem on the left is, of course, just beating against the wall because there was no other weapon that was close enough for it. So he just went to the nearest one, which was behind the wall at the time. It doesn't matter that that weapon's now destroyed. The golem's still beating the wall. So, okay, now that golem goes in. The Valkyries can come in and they'll go straight into the core, have a rage them in, heal on the backside for them. Now the witches' skeletons can continue taking out the trash on the right-hand side, rage the king at the top to take care of that as much as he can, heal for the Valkyries on the back end. Now watch at the very last bit, there's 2 wall breakers, 2 wizards. Wizards have gone down, 1 more wizard still. There's an archer still that can go down. Now the 2 wall breakers will distract the cannon above. Now it's not needed, there's plenty of golems, Valkyries and everything like that, but look what happens. By the time the cannon's finished, the Valkyries are right on it. So it might not be applicable to Valkyries, but if it's applicable to some other troop of yours that you might be displaying or deploying on the thing, and it needs a little bit of extra time and you've got some wall breakers up your sleeve, drop the wall breakers on the weapon as well. That will distract the weapon and give your other troops, maybe it's a queen or some wizards, something like that. It will distract that weapon and then your other troops can get in closer. So anyway, if there's a lot to see in this little attack, from the wall breaker trick, the giant wizards, the way the skellies were, the pathing of the Valkyries, and of course the little wall breaker thing. Anyway, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for staying to the end. Please give a thumb up on the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.